Hello everybody. So when you find out that you're pregnant, one of the top 3 things that pops up in your head is stretch marks. I don't care if you have them, if you don't have them, stretch marks pops up in your head, your body, and stretch marks. So today we're here to talk about how to be preventive when it comes to stretch marks. I am currently 32 weeks pregnant with no stretch marks on my belly. I've had stretch marks prior to being pregnant, but no new stretch marks have appeared during my pregnancy. So, still about 8 more weeks to go. We're going to keep these fingers crossed. But I'm here to share the things that I have done to help prevent or mitigate the appearance of stretch marks. So, can you fully prevent stretch marks? I truly believe that you cannot. I think that if you're meant to have them, then you're just meant to have them and you'll get them. It's just something that you'll just have to deal with, embrace. It's a part of this pregnancy journey, and it's just a part of the sacrifices of being a mom. Yes. Can you fully prevent them? No. But there are ways to help reduce the appearance of stretch marks throughout your pregnancy. So most people get stretch marks on their chest, their stomach, their hips, their waist and sides. Those are common places during pregnancy. Outside of pregnancy, you can get stretch marks where your arms, your knees. I had stretch marks prior to pregnancy. I have stretch marks, light stretch marks on like my knees, stretch marks on my butt, my love handle side area. So I just knew that I was going to get stretch marks during my pregnancy, and I've been blessed and I have any thus far, so that's been amazing. They typically say that you will tend to start to get stretch marks between your 6th and 7th month of pregnancy. I'm creeping into my 8th. I've also heard people say that they don't get stretch marks, and then that very last week they get stretch marks. So it's really like a waiting and anticipation game to the very end of your pregnancy. Now, I do believe that I may get stretch marks at the very end just because of how much your body expands towards the very end of your pregnancy as your baby is growing. And it's like a fast expansion. It's like one day you wake up and you're like, whoa. Because that literally has happened to me in the past 2 days. Like, I'm growing and it's getting uncomfortable. It's definitely getting uncomfortable. So just some natural ways to help prevent stretch marks. Of course, there are supplements that you could take. Certain vitamins that your body intakes that helps with collagen, elasticity. Sorry, I cannot say that word. The elastic within your belly that helps with stretch marks and the skin stretching and the appearance of stretch marks. Making sure that you have a healthy amount of vitamin C. So a lot of natural citrus fruits. Also vitamin C with green peppers and red peppers. I love peppers. Like when I cook, I'm always cooking with peppers and onions, okay? And broccoli are some of the things that I consume a lot of, which may have had an effect on my appearance of stretch marks. Also, make sure you're eating foods rich in zinc. So like nuts and fruits, chicken as well, eggs. I try to eat eggs every day just to get some protein because I don't really eat that much protein, like a standard amount, the normal amount of protein per day. So I definitely try to eat eggs, and whole grain. Whole grain is always good for you. So whether it's whole grain noodles or rice, oatmeal, things of that sort definitely help. Also maintain a healthy level of vitamin D. At one point during my pregnancy, in the very beginning, I had low levels of vitamin D, and they were going to prescribe me but they were like, let's just make sure that you're taking your prenatal vitamins. And it was at a point where I kind of was not taking them. It wasn't because I was just forgetting. So prenatals are important, one for your baby growth and development, but also for you moms. You know, it's about you too. It is more so about the baby, but it definitely is about you as well. You need to take care of you. An easy one to do, just stay hydrated. I don't know if this is cheating, but I think water intake is water intake. I know if I'm going to have a busy day, or if my day is just going to be all over the place, I typically drink a lot of water at the very start of my day. Like, I chug a water bottle, or like my canister of water, refill it, chug it again, refill it, and chug it again. One, when I know I'm going to be close to a restroom where I could use the restroom. And like I said, I just like to go ahead and get my water intake out the way. Now, I still drink water throughout the day, but I make sure that I get the majority of my water intake in the morning. So staying hydrated is one, and really, it's really about water. I know people say juices do, you know, help hydrate the body somewhat, but juice has a lot of sugar, like 32 grams plus of sugar in them. So kind of just sticking to water. And I get tired of drinking water all the time. I definitely drink other things. But yeah, definitely making sure that you're staying hydrated with your body. There's a lot of moms out there that state that they still drink their regular amount of caffeine. They still, when it comes to like coffee or soda, which is perfectly fine. We have there's a lot of vet moms out there that know what their body can take, what their baby can handle, and that is cool. But some of those moms have stretch marks, or they dealt with other issues or other complaints. So it's like I've stated in a previous video, moderation, and it's about knowing your body. Like, knowing your body, and as you go throughout your pregnancy, you will know your body, you will know your baby, you will know what is acceptable for you and your baby and what is not acceptable for you and your baby. So yeah, definitely staying hydrated. The second one is controlling your weight. Now, they say that you are not to be eating for two, which is very true. There are points of time of hunger. Like yesterday, I literally ate like 6 different things. Like, we were just eating all day. But I honestly have not gotten the appetite cravings or just like constantly wanting to eat until about like my 30 weeks, which is, the last 10 weeks of pregnancy. So if you're eating for two, starting from the beginning, it's really not healthy. Yes, their appetite may increase a little, but you should not just be out here just okay. Now, no shade if you do, but try to tone that down some, just a little. But controlling your weight is definitely one. Like, I haven't gained barely any weight throughout this pregnancy, and I have not gained any weight in the areas definitely outside of my belly. Like, my arms are still the same, my neck, my face, my thighs and legs are still the same. I'm literally just belly. That's the only thing that's growing on me. And in my hair, y'all see in my hair. So yes, control your weight. So those are some of the natural things that you can do to help prevent your stretch marks. Some of the other things that I'm about to share are products that you could buy from the store that also will help with the appearance of stretch marks. Now, I'm not really a believer in once you get stretch marks, you put this cream on or you put lotion on and your stretch marks go away. I honestly feel like you need some type of laser, doctor removal concept for that. The oils and lotions, I feel like, help reduce the appearance. They may lighten up the marks some, but I don't think that they necessarily make them disappear. So these have been some of my products that I have been using. I use Mederma. Mederma is very good. I actually also used it for like my face and acne scars. It definitely helps lighten up dark spots or whatnot. But I use this for just in case purposes, if stretch marks want to appear, and also for moisture, alright? Now I also don't have any specific regimen that I use when applying these products. It's more so I get out the shower and it's, I'm getting dressed for today. I don't have any like, oh, I do this twice a day and I use this one once a day, and then, so it's just more so about keeping your body moisturized. I feel like if you do everything twice a day, whenever you shower, and then another part of the day, you'll be fine. My mother brought me some bio oil, which a lot of people tend to use. Some people, when she first gave me the bottle, I read the reviews. Some people had good things to say, some people had bad things to say. Like I said, I have not had any stretch marks, but I utilize this to help moisturize my body. And I think that's key when you're looking to prevent yourself from getting stretch marks. It's like, you need to keep the belly moisturized. You need to keep the body moisturized. Luckily, Enrique loves giving massages. It's very therapeutic to him. So my body gets moisturized and massaged quite often, and I love it. I love it. Like, I'm spoiled. Like, I love it. So, yeah. He pretty much keeps me covered in that department. If I'm not keeping myself covered, he keeps me covered in that department. So it's pretty amazing. My mother also got me Palmer stretch mark lotion. Now, to be honest, this thing is pretty much still full. I don't really use this like this. I've been using it lately because I ran out of my cocoa butter Palmer's like cream. It's not even like really like a cream because it's thick. I would put that on my belly. I feel like the stuff that's labeled stretch marks, you don't really need to buy. As long as you buy things that have the main ingredients in these stretch mark products. If you buy things that have the main ingredients, in those, like, you'll be perfectly fine. Like shea butter, cocoa butter, oil, things with oil. Like, you don't have to buy things that have the word stretch marks on them. It's a consumer mindset thing. But I do just use this just for moisture, just to moisturize my belly. But I don't use it with efforts of like, oh, this is going to help prevent stretch marks. Another one of my favorite is Nivea. So they have this body cream that I just started trying out and using. It has almond oil in it. I love it. It has like a somewhat thick consistency to it. Yeah, that's not falling out. But when it smells good, I like to dab and get a little, because I really like it. And it definitely locks in moisture and keeps everything moisturized. I love it a lot. But I definitely use this as soon as I get out of the shower. And I usually use this in like some type of oil, or I'll use my Nivea and some type of oil, or I'll use Nivea and cocoa butter. Like I said, I ran out of cocoa butter. I also at one point was using Shea Butter. Either or are good. If you want to mix and combine both, they're both good as well. But yes, definitely I feel like you should pick either or. One, they're natural, definitely natural ingredients. They have a thick consistency and they definitely keep everything moisturized. So yes, definitely invest in shea butter or cocoa butter. The other thing, my last tip, that it's kind of silly and I don't know how true it is, but the logic makes sense to me. I have used it throughout this pregnancy, and like I said, I have not had any stretch marks thus far, so it must work. It must work. And I'm gonna try my hardest to find her video, you guys. But I was watching a video on stretch marks, and this one mom was sharing, you know, what she did to help prevent stretch marks throughout her pregnancy. And there was one tip that she gave that I was like, wow, that is genius. Like, duh, I'm gonna do that. So the one tip she gave is that starting like towards the beginning of her pregnancy, when, you know, belly bumps started to appear, she could tell that her belly was growing, she would overexert her belly a little whenever she would eat. So she would eat just a little bit more to make herself a little bit more full, to slowly like develop and push her belly to help train the belly on being stretched out. So when the belly did grow, because of baby growing, it wasn't like this sudden abrupt stretch or belly growth, which helped her with stretch marks and the appearance of stretch marks. So I was like, that is kind of genius. So throughout my pregnancy, when I would eat, there would be some times where if I was full, I was full. But there was times when I would eat and I would just eat a little bit more just to make myself a little bit full, to help expand my belly slowly. So when your belly is growing because of the baby, it's not like a going from here to here, but slowly like expanding out your belly. And as you're training belly, I call it training belly expansion. The key thing between doing this is keeping your belly moisturized. You have to keep it moisturized, which I think also helps prevent with the appearance of stretch marks. So I really thank her for that tip. Like I said, I don't know how logical it is, if it really works, but she talked about doing it. I definitely do it. And I still do it now, especially coming on to my last weeks, because I just don't want to grow out of anywhere. And it's like, Now, if I do end up getting stretch marks, am I going to be totally upset? Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm not going to be upset because, like I said, I thought that I would have them by now. One thing that I did pray about was that I did not have them starting so early in my pregnancy. I said if I do get them, I hope that I get them at the very end, so the marks aren't there as long and my belly isn't stretched to that point of stretch marks for so long. But it's a part of pregnancy. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just grateful and will be thankful for a healthy delivery of my baby girl. So I will show my belly, like I said, on 32 weeks. Actually tomorrow, but it is what it is. And we have no stretch marks. I already had stretch marks right here in this area prior to being pregnant. So we have no stretch marks. None. Like I said, I already had stretch marks here in this area prior to being pregnant. We are stretch marks free. And I also talked about how to keep the belly and boob area stretch marks. I don't have any, people in my culture call them bear claws. I don't have any bear claws. I know some moms who typically develop some right here. I don't really think that you could prevent the forefront just because the boobs are expanding and developing. But I have at one point when I was scratching because of itching, I was noticing that my boobs were expanding from below and little light marks of stretch marks were occurring. So I do moisturize underneath there as well. So yeah, this area just needs to definitely stay moisturized. This area. And yes, so thank you all for tuning into Dope First Moms and listening in on my tips on how I have been able to maintain a stretch mark free belly thus far at 32 weeks. Let's pray about these next 8 weeks. I hope you all's pregnancy experience is going good thus far. Again, if you have any questions, be sure to message me on any of the social medias that I have listed below, or you can go to my website at www.don'tfirstmom.com. Thank you.